Welcome back to Pleasure Principles. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating biophysics of orgasm. Understanding the physiological processes behind climax isn't just about satisfying our curiosity, it's about empowerment. When we know what's happening in our bodies, we can enhance our sexual experiences and communicate more effectively with our partners. So buckle up, because we're about to break down the top 10 biophysical factors that play a crucial role in achieving orgasm. Get ready to unlock a whole new level of pleasure. Let's start with the foundation of it all: blood flow. Think of it as the engine that drives arousal. When we get turned on, blood vessels in our genital area begin to dilate. This dilation increases blood flow, leading to that familiar feeling of fullness, warmth, and sensitivity. This engorgement is key. It's what sets the stage for those toe-curling sensations. The more blood flow, the more intense the pleasure. It's all about creating that delicious pressure and responsiveness that sends shivers down your spine. This surge in blood flow isn't just happening on autopilot, it's a delicate dance between our minds and bodies. The more mentally engaged we are, the more our bodies respond. So, don't be afraid to get those mental engines revving. Fantasize, visualize, and really connect with your partner. The more you embrace the experience, the more your body will follow suit, leading to a more powerful and satisfying orgasm. Pay attention to those early sensations, embrace the build-up, and let your body guide you towards incredible pleasure. Now that we've got the blood pumping, let's talk about the sparks that really set things off: nerve stimulation. Our genital regions are teeming with nerve endings, especially the clitoris and the glands of the penis. These nerve endings are like tiny pleasure sensors, just waiting to be activated. When we touch, stroke, or kiss these sensitive areas, we're sending signals directly to the brain. The brain then interprets these signals as, you guessed it, pleasure. But here's the thing, it's not just about the intensity of the touch, it's about the variety. Our bodies crave novelty, so don't be afraid to mix things up. Experiment with different textures, pressures, and speeds to find what feels amazing for you. Think of it like this: a gentle caress might be like lighting a fuse, while a firmer touch might ignite the fireworks. The key is to find the right rhythm and pressure that sends those delicious tingles through your body. Take your time, explore each other's bodies, and let those nerve endings sing. Let's talk about the chemical messengers of desire hormones. These powerful little guys play a huge role in our sexual experiences, especially when it comes to orgasm. When we're aroused, our bodies release a surge of feel-good hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Dopamine is the pleasure chemical, giving us that euphoric rush we crave. Oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone, deepens our sense of connection and intimacy. And serotonin helps regulate our mood, leaving us feeling relaxed and content. This hormonal interplay isn't just about physical sensations, it's about emotional bonding. We can actually boost these feel-good hormones naturally. Exercise, healthy eating, and stress management can all contribute to a healthy hormonal balance. A healthy body leads to a healthy sex life. Chapter 4. Muscle contractions riding the waves of pleasure. Let's talk about the main event, those toe-curling, mind-blowing muscle contractions that define orgasm. During orgasm, rhythmic muscle contractions ripple through our pelvic floor muscles, uterus, and vagina. These contractions aren't just random spasms, they're perfectly orchestrated to intensify pleasure. For men, contractions occur in the prostate and pelvic muscles, leading to ejaculation. These contractions are involuntary, which is part of what makes them so incredibly powerful and freeing. We can actually learn to enhance these contractions and make them even more intense. How? Through good old-fashioned Kegel exercises. Strengthening our pelvic floor muscles can lead to more powerful orgasms and even increase our overall sensitivity. It's like a secret workout for your pleasure zone. Chapter 5. The brain, the ultimate pleasure center. Our brains are the ultimate pleasure centers, processing sensory information and orchestrating the entire orgasmic experience. When we're engaged in pleasurable activities, areas like the limbic system and the cerebral cortex light up like a Christmas tree. The brain doesn't just respond to physical sensations, it also responds to thoughts, fantasies, and emotions. Our minds can be incredibly powerful tools for enhancing pleasure, so don't be afraid to tap into your imagination. The more mentally engaged you are during sex, the more intense your orgasms will be. Visualize, fantasize, and let your mind wander to those delicious places that make you feel good. The brain is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. Chapter 6. The Sexual Arousal Cycle. Navigating the stages of pleasure. Understanding the sexual arousal cycle is like having a roadmap to pleasure. It helps us understand the different stages our bodies go through on the journey to orgasm. The cycle typically consists of 4 phases: excitement, plateau, orgasm, and resolution. Each phase has its own unique set of physiological changes like increased heart rate, muscle tension, and, of course, blood flow. During the excitement phase, we experience those initial flushes of arousal. Our heart rates increase and our genitals become engorged. The plateau phase is all about building anticipation. Our breath quickens, our muscles tense, and we're on the verge of something amazing. Then bam, orgasm hits and it's a wave of pure bliss. Finally, we enter the resolution phase, where our bodies gradually return to their normal state, leaving us feeling relaxed and content. Understanding these phases can help us better understand our own bodies and communicate our needs to our partners. Chapter 7. Age and hormonal changes. Embracing the journey. As we age, our bodies change, and that's perfectly normal. But it's important to understand how these changes can affect our sexual experiences. One of the biggest changes is a decline in testosterone levels, which can affect both men and women. For men, this might mean changes in erectile function, while women might experience changes in vaginal lubrication and sensitivity. These changes don't have to signal the end of our sex lives. There are plenty of ways to adapt and thrive sexually as we age. Communication is key. Talk to your partner about any changes you're experiencing and be open to exploring new ways to connect intimately. Lubricants can be a lifesaver for dryness, and there are also medications available to address erectile dysfunction. Aging is a natural part of life, and it doesn't have to diminish our capacity for pleasure. Psychological factors. The mind-body connection. Our mental and emotional states play a huge role in our ability to experience pleasure. Stress, anxiety, and negative thoughts can put a real damper on our libido. On the flip side, when we're feeling relaxed, confident, and connected to our partners, our bodies respond accordingly. We're more easily aroused, more sensitive to touch, and more likely to experience intense orgasms. Mindfulness practices like meditation and yoga can help us quiet our minds and connect with our bodies. Therapy can also be incredibly helpful for addressing any underlying emotional blocks that might be hindering our sexual experiences. Our minds and bodies are intricately connected. When we nurture our mental and emotional well-being, our sex lives reap the benefits. Chapter 9. Lubrication and comfort. Enhancing the sensations. Sufficient lubrication is essential for reducing friction and enhancing those delicious sensations. For women especially, natural lubrication can fluctuate depending on hormonal changes, stress levels, and even medications. When we're lacking lubrication, sex can feel uncomfortable, even painful. A good quality lubricant can make all the difference in the world, allowing for smoother, more pleasurable sensations. Remember, lubrication isn't just about comfort, it's about enhancing pleasure and making sex more enjoyable for everyone involved. Chapter 10. Individual differences. Honoring your unique pleasure blueprint. We all have our own unique bodies, preferences, and ways of experiencing pleasure. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. Some people might be highly sensitive and prefer gentle touch, while others might crave more intense stimulation. The key is to embrace our individual differences and communicate openly with our partners about what feels good. The most important thing is to listen to your body, honor your preferences, and enjoy the journey. Embrace the journey of pleasure. We've covered a lot of ground today. From blood flow and nerve stimulation to the power of the mind-body connection, we've explored the fascinating biophysics of orgasm. Understanding these factors can truly revolutionize our sex lives. It's about more than just having amazing orgasms. It's about connecting with our bodies, communicating our needs, and embracing the full spectrum of our sexuality. Experiment, explore, and most importantly, have fun. Remember, knowledge is power, and when it comes to pleasure, the more you know, the better it gets. Thank you for tuning in to Pleasure Principles. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.